Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's All City Live TV, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about defensive badge setups for like Pro-Am, Rec, Park. You know, how should you set up your defensive badges? I'm getting a lot of questions in our live stream. If you're not familiar with our live stream, we live stream every single day on 5 different platforms simultaneously. So consider joining us, because one of those platforms are here on YouTube. So if you enjoyed this video or any of the videos that I've posted in the past, come on out. We can talk about it, help create some dialogue out there. Also, if you're familiar with our Discord or you're not familiar with our Discord, you can join our Discord and continue the conversation as well. We have a ton of people creating dialogue and talking about NBA 2K20 in our Discord. The link for Discord will be in the description. It'll also be the top pinned comment on this video, so consider joining us. So this badge setup that you see right here, this defensive badge setup is ideal for me in the park. So I have a two-way slashing playmaker. The first badges that I want to talk about initially are chase down artist and rim protector that I run on bronze in the park, and how important those badges are. I mean, probably the most I would align these two bronze badges, chase down and rim protector, I would align those with the importance of clamps on Hall of Fame and pickpocket on Hall of Fame. That's how important I find chase down and rim protector on my guard. We're talking about my guard here. If you're a big man out there, I'm not necessarily sure if you have the same experience out there, but on my point guard, those two badges on bronze are extremely important, as they allow me to get these really like different chase down blocks as opposed to not having the badge equipped at all. I get a ton of chase down blocks. Also, rim protector allows you on bronze, it allows you to get snatch blocks. I have about 5 or 6 snatch blocks on my point guard, and he's 6'5", so it's definitely something that you guys want to consider. Let's go on down to Intimidator. Now we're talking about the park setup for these defensive badges, so keep that in mind as we're going through them. Intimidator on silver, I run that due to my limitation in badge points. I would probably put this up to Hall of Fame. As you guys have seen, NBA 2K Labs dropped a video about the importance of the Intimidator badge, and I'm going to break it down for you guys real quick. I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time, but I'm going to break it down to help you guys understand what 2K Labs was basically trying to say. 2K Labs said you want to have this as high as it can possibly go. Now you see I could get Hall of Fame badges, but I only equip it on silver. And I'm going to tell you guys what 2K Labs said. 2K Labs said, basically, consider you're a defender. You're at the foul line. You have a shooter at the top of the key, the perimeter, trying to take a 3-point shot. Your Intimidator badge will affect their 3-point make percentage if they from that distance, from the foul line all the way to the 3-point line. You have that amount of distance that the Intimidator badge will cover at Hall of Fame, and as you lower the badge levels, is less of a distance. So in other words, if you drop it down to silver, then you might need to be like a step or two closer to your opponent, whoever's taking the shot. You might need to be a step or two closer in order for the Intimidator badge to like affect the shot. So that's definitely something to consider when you're trying to decide what badge level you should equip the Intimidator badge as. 2K Labs deems the Intimidator badge one of the most important defensive badges that you can equip. The next badge that I got equipped, Pickpocket Hall of Fame. Now we're talking about a park setup as well. I run Pickpocket on Hall of Fame and Rec and Pro-Am as well. So Pickpocket, in my opinion, has turned into a goated badge. I used to run Interceptor, Lightning Reflexes, but unfortunately, man, it seems like they've gotten nerfed. I would get into these passing lanes. I'm there, 100% should be a passing lane steal, but he'll rather do some lunge animation and not catch the ball. The ball will go right through his body, or either just bounce right off him right into your opponent's hand. So I got rid of Interceptor, and it was one of the best moves that I ever did on my player in particular. I know there's a lot of you guys that love the Interceptor badge. I'm just here to tell you that Pickpocket, in my opinion, has changed my player dramatically. Since unequipping Interceptor and putting Pickpocket on Hall of Fame, I feel like I'm a much better defender out there. So if you guys may want to give that a try, consider it. Let us know how it works out for you. If you guys run a different setup, whatever setup you guys got going on out there, let us know in the comment section. You can not only help me, but you can help a ton of other people as well. The next badge I want to talk about is Tireless Defender on Silver. Tireless Defender is one of the best badges in the game. It allows you to play defense more aggressively, and you won't even lose as much stamina if you play defense more aggressively. So I run it on Silver for my park setup only because you're not really wasting that much stamina in park. But if I'm running Rec or Pro-Am, I unequip the Rim Protector and Chase Down Artist badge only because I'm a point guard and I'm not going to be in the paint, and I put those 2 badge points on Tireless Defender, setting it up for Hall of Fame. So that's just something to keep in mind. I run it on Silver for park though. And then last but not least, the Clamps badge, up there with the Intimidator badge, one of the best badges to equip in NBA 2K20, hands down. Defenders have quicker access to cut off, and also you could cut off the dribbler, make them pick up the ball as well. This is what I love about the Clamps badge. It allows you to kind of like hip ride, like it says there. So it gives you a better opportunity to hip ride and also cut off the player's dribble. You can cut off his move to the basket or wherever he's headed, and it'll force a pickup animation, which is, it's like the moving truck badge for big men out there. So Clamps is definitely one of my favorite badges. I've tried unequipping the badge. I've tried running it on Silver just to see if I can get some additional badge points out there, but unfortunately I have to, hands down, have to leave Clamps on Hall of Fame, as it is one of the most effective badges out there. And when it's really popping, when it's really working, you got your Gatorade up, your stamina is being managed and well maintained, Clamps is even more effective. So definitely one of those badges that I say you must leave on there. And again, if I was to switch, now let's say we're going to Rec or Pro-Am, all I do here is take off Chase Down, take off Rim Protector, and put those 2 badges on Tireless Defender. And this is my Rec and Pro-Am setup. So whenever we're playing high level competition, this is how I run my defensive badge setup. Now, I also like to consider, let's say, you know, I might sacrifice a particular game. We're running against a goated team who's using a big man to set screens, and they're exploiting the behind the back around the screens, and you're getting hit with these vacuum screens. You're like, oh my God, what do I do? I might consider, if we get the opportunity to play them again and I know what I'm working against, I might consider Pick Dodger. I might, drop something that'll get me Pick Dodger up and increase my Intimidator. As someone who's exploiting the behind the back, if you could use a badge that sort of increases the distance of its effectiveness. In other words, if you equip Intimidator on Hall of Fame, that badge is going to affect their shot at a further distance. So that's something to keep in mind when you know the opponent that you're playing against. If they're kind of exploiting that behind the back with the vacuum screen, then I recommend a badge like Intimidator to kind of throw off their shot, as Intimidator will, at Hall of Fame, will affect their shot percentage, their shot make percentage at a further distance. And as you lower the badge level for Intimidator, it's not that the badge is less effective, but you got to be closer to your opponent. You got to be closer to the person that's taking the shot in order for the badge to take on its full effect. So definitely something to consider out there. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K20 content coming your way. Catch you guys on the next video.